Hey everybody, welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. Tonight we are playing Planescape Dead Gods. This is our 5th edition conversion of the old AD&D adventure Dead Gods. We're playing little Planescape using the 5th edition rules. We've been having a lot of fun with this campaign and I'm eager to see what happens here tonight. Kind of a disclaimer, most of us are not feeling so great. We're down one Tom who was not able to make it. So we're going to try to have some fun. We're probably not advancing the plot a whole lot here tonight, but I'm sure we can add a little something to the story of these characters and their quest to prevent the rise of Orcus. But before we get into our campaign, as always, I'd like to encourage you to give the channel a follow so you can get notified when we go live. We've got a lot of streams going on this week. Fresh off Gary Con, we're motivated to make up for all that lost time that we had last week. So we're here tonight. Tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. we have DM Paul's Clash of Shields campaign in his homebrew world. And then for anyone who's a night owl, I suppose, I'm running a late night game for some of our subscribers who live in time zones that don't fit with our normal subscriber games. They asked me if I would be willing to run them a game, and I said okay. Happy to do that once in a while. So a very strange time for us on 20 Sites Every Story at 11:45 Friday night. Gonna give me some PTSD from the 24-hour game, but that's fine. What are we doing with our subscribers? We are playing Into the Borderlands. This is a 5th edition conversion of the old school Into the Keep on the Borderlands and In Search of the Unknown, the old modules from the original game. And this book from Goodman Games has been giving us a lot of content, a lot of fun with our subscribers. It's kind of a sandbox open world. First time you play, you start out as level 1, and then you hope you don't get killed. Which, you gotta, fingers crossed. We've had 2 player deaths so far. Those games are drop in, drop out. The party composition is different every time, so it's kind of interesting to see what kind of group we put together each game. And so it's very much a living world. And so you can get into those games if you're a subscriber. Just one of the benefits that you get for subscribing to our channel. I like to give back to the people that are supporting us by providing you with some games. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to the channel for free. You just go to twitchprime.com and get connected with your Twitch Prime account, and then swing on here back to the channel and hit that subscribe. Ric Flair will pop up on the screen, give you a woo. We'll all woo right along with him and make a big deal about it, make you feel good. And then I'll get you into the Discord channel, and that's where all the sign-ups for these subscriber games can be found. So, a lot happened in that battle that I said wouldn't take the entire session, but did end up taking the entire session. The heroes had gone to the negative energy plane to find an entity known as Kestad, a drow vampire that had been held in the town of Crux for some time by your friend and the pseudo-mayor of Crux, Veritas Mauve. Kestad had apparently come through town on some business and had killed Veritas's foster child, a Gazeri child that he was fostering. And this is what caused Veritas was so upset with this that he had held Kestad in Crux for who knows how long. But it seems that Kestad has some information that was important to the agents of Orcus, who we can now plainly say is really the big bad of the campaign. Um, and so that's why you went to the negative energy plane in the first place, was to find him, find out what it was. Well, maybe originally it was that Veritas just wanted you to go and kill him, or enact revenge, but soon enough you found out that he is just a little piece in a much grander scheme. It seems that Orcus is trying to find something. And so when you arrived at the prison where Kestad was being held, you dealt with a couple of flesh golems, and I'm trying to remember what the jailer was exactly. It was like a three-skulled, almost like a lich kind of thing. That was torturing Kestad, trying to draw out the information that he possessed. You did battle, and you defeated those, the jailers, but you also came to find out that Acererak has something to do with this, and maybe is one of the generals or lead henchmen of Orcus. Because, well, it was Klaus who had ended up with the Ring of Winter, and Clay No Face was inside the bag where Klaus was holding the ring. And Clay No Face jumped out of his bag during the middle of all that chaos and delivered the ring to Acererak. I think it was Azad that dealt with Kestad, and after you dealt with the battle, Kestad, who had been tortured, he told you that he himself did not remember what it was that they were looking for, but he kind of had some idea based on the questions that they were asking him. It seems that they were looking for a wand, something very important to Orcus. Kestad told you, and maybe this didn't all get played out. I don't really recall, but this is what he would have told you before. He was begging you, basically, to kill him. And he shared with you what he knew, because he serves a demon himself named Kiran Sali. Kiran Sali and Orcus were rivals. At some point, Kiran Sali had actually been the one that killed Orcus and took his place. So one of the first things that she did after she killed Orcus was she had two of her servants go and hide the wand. Kestad being one of those entities. The other being another drow named Erehi. After Kestad and Erehi hid the wand, Kiran Sali drowned them both in the river Styx. And that's why he does not know where he hid it. However, that doesn't mean that someone as powerful as Acererak might not find a way to retrieve his latent memories and figure it out. So, thus, he wanted you to kill him so that it would eliminate that possibility. He also begged you go to the place on a material plane called Orth, to the Vault of the Drow, to find Erehi and do the same. Kill him too. Because you can rest assured that Acererak and all the other, those visages, those nasty ghost specters, probably on the prowl to find it. Or find him. So, that was the information you got. And so that's probably the next large objective of the group would be to find a way to get to the Vault of the Drow. So, I think where this adventure is going to pick up, you all just barely escaped from the palace in the negative energy plane. You travel back through that desolate, dead world of Vernias. Travel back through the portal back to... I'm going to share this image. I don't know why I never shared this with you all before, but it's basically the image of High Point back in Crux. This probably would have helped you to conceptualize that battle a few sessions ago when you were dealing with Marlis. So, Do you all remember when you were doing battle with Marlis when she kind of went nuts and the town was on fire and everything? So, uh, well, that's a huge token. All right, maybe that's not going to work so well. Throw a grid on there, it should work. There we go. Okay, so
I think that froze my fantasy grounds.
Did it?
Yeah.
The big D20 just rolled a nat 1 on your fantasy grounds. How about for the rest of you? Is it like still loading or
Mine's okay.
you see it? Okay. So I put the token there in the great room. So that would be where you're coming back through the portal, right into that dining hall. So you're kind of stepping back through the portrait, and there's a big long wooden dining table that's laid out, and it's like quiet in here for probably the first time ever, because every other time that you've been in here there's been some kind of battle happening, whether it was between you and Marlis, between Veritas Mauve and the Spectres coming through, but it's quiet. There's no sign of battle or bodies laying about. It's actually kind of tidied up. And what you see right in front of you is a little tabby cat that you would recognize. You would recognize having it always followed Veritas around. I think it came to you. I think it came to Dino at one point to kind of like signal to him that there was some trouble happening at High Point. So this animal is familiar to you, and it's sitting on the table, looking into a book that's like open in front of it. And as you come through the portal, it kind of looks up at the three of you.
I want to glance and see if I can tell what book it's reading.
You take a glance at the book, and it makes sense that you would be able to understand it. It seems to be a book all about portals and how they work, and it's currently on a page detailing like specifically how to close a portal.
Hi, cat. I wish I knew your name.
And then you hear a voice.
Can you really read that book?
You hear a voice in your head say, "My name is Zin, and yes, I can read this book."
Zin, huh? Wow. Were you always a cat?
Not always. Can you keep a secret?
I guess, yeah.
That's not a very affirmative answer.
Well, I have kept some secrets very well. I'll keep a secret for you. You're a very smart cat. I'll keep your secret.
Make a persuasion check. Second tab is your skills tab. Double click on the die button.
Skills or abilities?
Your skills tab it's a second tab on your character sheet.
Yeah, I clicked on that and then it went to a different one. Okay, here we go.
Okay. The cat is still talking, really only to you, Dino. You hear it say, "I used to be a little girl. I was a Gazeri. I grew up. I was raised by Veritas."
Did you become a cat by choice?
I didn't really become the cat, but my through my mental discipline, when I was attacked, when I was being devoured by that fiend, I was able to use my discipline to transfer my consciousness to my pet. Can you tell me what you found on the other side of this portal?
Ah, it's a terrible place to go to. Um, um, I'm not at very good health right now. I would like to get a big rest pretty soon, but
There, there will be time for rest, but first, did you find him? Did you kill him? The one who did this to me?
um, not exactly, no. But
You didn't kill him?
we searched and searched.
Zin starts to talk to Azad.
What's
Um,
that?
The cat
Yeah,
stops talking to you and starts talking to Azad. Your friend seems very confused.
That sometimes happens with Dino. I mean,
Hello?
he is
Where'd you
wearing
go?
he is wearing a dinosaur costume.
Yeah, that's mostly on me for choosing dialogue with him.
Yeah.
But you
So anyway,
are
so you can talk, huh?
sure. So this is all telepathic.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yes, I can communicate, and she'll tell you. I was a Githzerai once also.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you, a fellow Githzerai. You know, if I die, my consciousness is going to go into this little ring that I wear. So we have that in common. You know,
So
our consciousnesses can go into different things. Sorry, that's probably traumatic for you. What did you want to, what did you have? What did you want to ask me?
did you find Kestad?
Yes, we killed him.
And what did you learn?
Um, so we learned that he was being tortured for the location of what we believe to be the Scepter of Orcus. And just let me know if I'm reciting this wrong. But that he also has a brother, another drow named He, that we could also that also apparently knows the location of this, but might not. So we did learn that he doesn't necessarily. He once knew it, but it was erased from his memory, and the same could probably be said for He. And so they were trying to torture him and bring back his memories of where that was. So he did say that we should probably track down He and kill him as well. Or he didn't necessarily say we needed to kill him, but
It
I
is
think he
very
implied
important. I have been in Veritas's mind many times. I know the things that he cannot remember, including what happened there with Orcus long ago. Their entire world, they all turned to the indulgence of undeath. To be undead was something to aspire to. And the entire world gave up their freedom and the blessing of life, and they willingly gave themselves to the shackles of servitude, to that uncaring, unfeeling monstrosity that is Orcus. They erected statues of him, they worshipped him, and they gave him, through their belief, through their worship, the stature to be a god, to create vestiges of his being, to give him the power to invade other worlds. This cannot happen again.
I go over to the cat and I start petting its head.
You can see it kind of looks annoyed a bit, but it continues conversation with Azad.
Typical cat behavior. Looks annoyed.
Yeah.
So, do you have any? I suppose. So you were there. You said when Veritas and the others were kind of defeated, or Veritas is the mayor, right?
She says that she was not there. She just
Okay.
because of her Githzerai nature and spending so much time with him, she is like uncovered those memories. So she knows things that he can't remember anymore.
Okay. Did you learn anything from those memories that might aid us in the future, and perhaps mistakes to make sure we don't make, or things like that? Obviously, we don't want to live in servitude and whatnot, but
She says Orcus's agents are dispensable to him, and they themselves see themselves as just fodder. There's no reasoning with them. They've already gotten what they wanted, which is undeath, and they blindly pledge. Is Dino still holding onto that wand?
probably,
I
huh?
Yes, I
Because if you
am.
put it down, yeah. So the cat kind of like maybe nods or makes gesture to that wand and says, all of his artifacts to use them require that one pledges themselves to Orcus. So it would be foolish to believe that there's any reasoning with a follower of Orcus.
Okay.
And she also says this is a tale that repeats itself through history. That mortals want to seek power and sometimes would give themselves over to powerful entities to get that power. So she says, it may be that you wish to go and find aid, go back to Sigil, go back home, find people that you trust to share these secrets with, but I think it would be a very bad idea. You need to deal with this on your own if possible, because if story gets out that this lost artifact of Orcus is out there, others will get involved. Others will look for it and seek it out. And those are complications that we can't deal with right now. There's already so
Okay.
much on the line.
Well, right now we're kind of between. We're trying to kind of make a decision on where we want to go. We've been we were thinking of trying to go to the Vault of the Drow on the Crux something or other. What is that called again? I wrote it down very poorly.
Orth,
Orth.
it's the, for meta speaking, it's the prime material plane that Greyhawk is. But
Okay. Right. Okay, I see what I did here. I wrote notes like in columns, but this column got too close to that one, so I put some extra stuff. Sorry. So the Vault of the Drow on Orth. We can find it by traveling along the River Styx. So that was one of the things we were thinking of doing to try to track down Arehi. But we were also thinking of going back to Sigil to regroup, and you
Yes.
seem to think that would be a bad idea.
well,
Or do you just think it would be a bad idea to share our mission with others?
yeah, to share knowledge that the Wand of Orcus, that there's a way to find it.
Okay. So we won't do that. if we do. We're also thinking of trying to track down this wacky wizard we once met on our way out here, because he had asked us to do some research on this Modron, our friend Gizmo here, and I'll pull Gizmo out of my bag. You don't happen to know anything about the crazy walking tower?
Zin says, I can look into that for you. Like Dino here had said, you're all very worse for wear, and you need to rest. And so
I need to get rid of this wand that I'm holding too. Is there any way that somebody could somehow unstick this from my hand without damaging me?
well, perhaps you said you wanted to go and find your wizard friend. Perhaps he seems like just the kind that would have perhaps an ability or a book in his library that might be able to help you with that.
I thought maybe somebody here in town could do that. Maybe your
Veritas is a great warrior, but he is not one who is known for his spellcasting ability.
what about the woman that we fought that had been under the influence, evil influence for a while?
I suppose you could go and talk to her, and she's still being held, you understand.
Yes, but it was not of her fault. And I had hoped that they would have released her by now.
Well, it hasn't been that long since.
It seemed like a long time.
It seemed like a long time. Yes. Out of game. Yeah, you could go and talk to her. Basically, what you need is a remove curse spell. So I actually don't know if she has that. I will look it up. Are there other things that you would like to do here in town?
Well, I need to get a good rest for one thing. I got like 10 hit points. So.
Right, that's what we're gonna try to do, I think. But do you want to talk to Marlis before or after to try to remove your?
We could roleplay this out. She does not have that spell.
Okay, yeah. So let's just go to bed, and then when we meet with the wizard in the morning, hopefully, when we come back and talk to Zin, maybe she'll have helped come up with a way for us to try to find the walking tower. And so let's go into town.
I love it.
Hey, Eric, thanks for the cheer.
Sounds good.
Yes, okay, so you'll get accommodations here in High Point, and you'll take your rest, which I think am I able to... Y'all know how to do that? Do a rest? I believe it's a right click anywhere on the desktop, and do you see the little rest button?
I don't think we have. Do we? I don't know if we have an option to rest.
Yeah, I only have like arrange dice and then window.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, here we go. I can do it. Okay. Party takes a long rest. Huzzah! All filled up.
Whew. Can we do it in real life too?
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have remove cold?
Remove cold.
Perfect.
And in the morning when you wake up, Klaus is not there. Because reasons. We'll find out why, I guess. Maybe in the next game.
I love it.
So I don't know. Maybe he went and recovered his dragons. Maybe he's out in the world training dragons. Possible. So you all get consulted again by Zin the cat, and Zin tells you that actually this tower had been sighted here on the world tree, on the world ash, on Yggdrasil, wobbling around precariously on one of the limbs. And she says one of the large branches that she gives you kind of a direction. I don't know. They probably don't use the cardinal directions here on Yggdrasil, but she directs you in the way that it was last seen. And you'll follow. Won't be very hard to track this thing. If you recall, it was a giant tower that had sprouted gigantic bird-like legs, and these talon marks are what you're kind of following. The claws, the talons kind of have ripped, scratched right through the bark on places of the tree. And after about an hour of travel, you see that crazy-looking structure. Yep, go ahead.
Would there be an opportunity for me to get some ammo for my crossbow before we went to
sure. Yeah, you don't
find
have to tell me all that. You could just do that. There's a store in town.
I don't know how to add it to this thing.
Oh.
Here.
So go to your library. Go to Player's Handbook. Go to Equipment. Go to...
Wait.
I'll just add it for you for now. But basically, you can look up these things in the reference materials and add them. But for the sake of time, I'll just do this for you. How many do you want?
30.
30 arrows.
Crossbow bolts.
Oh, crossbow bolts. Alright. Oh. Well, in that case, you've got a little quantity thing there that you can just change yourself on your inventory. Looks like you have 59 bolts right now.
I don't know. It doesn't show under crossbow ammo here.
And your inventory. 59, is that right? And you want 30 more?
Where is that show?
Open up your character sheet, go to inventory tab.
Oh yeah. How do I get that to the
There should be like a add ammunition under your crossbow. On your actions tab, where your like crossbow is, there should be an ammo for your ranged weapon.
So you got 59. I just added it there. So now you got 59 little dots.
Oh, now I see it. But all right. It wasn't there before and I didn't know how to bring it in. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, so you do some shopping and then you head out, and here you see that wobbly old tower. It's moving rather slowly and kind of awkwardly. It's bird-like talons. There's like 4 of them that sprout out from the base of the tower, and they kind of cling right to the edge of the circumference of the tree branch, and it wobbles in kind of this precarious fashion. You can see, when you all entered this thing, it was submerged in the muck. And so you actually you entered from the very top of the tower, which you can see that up there. Sure, there's a little balcony and a staircase that leads up to a opening at the very top. That's where you entered, and you had just that balcony staircase. You just, it was at ground level when you took it up. So now you're looking at the whole structure from the exterior, and you can see along the. It's probably at least maybe 6 stories high. And at the base, there's all sorts of little holes, little window slits and things like that are on the exterior facings. But the main entrance seems to be this big kind of portal, this archway, doorless archway that's at the base of the structure. It's not moving super fast. You can easily catch up to it.
So to the point where like we'd be able to kind of get our way up into that door by climbing up the legs, or is that a precarious proposition?
It's kind of it's an absurd kind of visual, but yeah, I mean that seems like maybe your default option, or maybe you've got some grappling hooks. Probably, yeah, it's probably about 40 feet from the tree limb to like the ledge, or like the floor, the foundation of the tower.
I do have a grappling hook. We could use that.
Go for it.
All right, I'll
Make me a
swing my
range-
grappling hook up there and see if I can get a hold of something that I can climb up with now.
All right, make me a ranged attack.
Ranged attack?
Just fire your crossbow. That's fine. Actions tab. Okay. Yeah, not even an issue. You whip up the grappling hook and it clings right to kind of the lip where it would be like the bottom of the archway that leads in. So there's a rope dangling that's just kind of swaying as the tower kind of moves about.
Come on up, guys.
Here we go. I'll climb up the rope.
All right, everyone give me a strength athletics check as you're climbing up the rope. It's a little awkward because you're trying to hold on as it's moving and swaying. All right, Reggie's climbing up, no problem.
I'm gonna try, but my fantasy grounds crashed, so I'm gonna just roll it over here.
Okay, Dino, you're gonna flop down and fall on your back pretty much right away.
Oh,
I have a 26.
Roll me.
I gotta take these claws off again so I can climb.
All right, Dino, you fall backwards and you end up taking 5 points of damage. And Azad, what'd you have?
26.
26. Okay, you're fine. So, Dino, you fall backwards. And from your perspective now, you're looking straight up. And you see a number of these little creatures that have just kind of like poked their heads over to see what's going on. Let me bring up an image. They don't look so unlike Gizmo. But they are a little bit different. Yeah, my fantasy grounds is kind of a little bit sluggish too. All right. Bringing up the image of this kind of has like almost like a D4, like a pyramid like structure as its body, and it's got eyes on each facing, and it's got 3 arms. They're sticking out, and they have these like pole arm things that they're using to cut that rope.
Oh, don't cut my rope.
Oh no.
We're friendly.
So
I will,
Azad and Reggie are probably about halfway up the rope.
I'll like try to. If I notice, do I notice these creatures yet or not?
Well, you hear Dino kind of making a fuss on the ground.
Oh,
Then if you
if
look
I
up,
don't-
you'll see that they're sawing away.
Okay, can I see that they're kind of Modrons or whatever?
Yeah, you can see them. They're poking their heads over the edge to get at the rope.
Okay. I'll like take one of my arms off the rope and like grab Gizmo out of my bag and be like, Gizmo, tell him to stop cutting our rope, please.
Oh yeah, you can't understand Gizmo anymore. You see Gizmo's like waving, and then he's like looking at you and kind of a you don't understand kind of look. And as this is happening, Reggie, is there anything that you're doing?
No, I was just looking at my abilities for freedom of movement, but that doesn't help me in this scenario. So I'm really just like hoping that Gizmo can do something.
Okay, you see Gizmo's like he's like trying to signal something, but you can see the Modrons just look at him like in kind of an odd fashion, and they cut the rope, and the two of you drop down and take 16 points of damage, and you're right there, right along Dino,
Oh,
flat on your
wait! I cast Featherfall on them as they're dropping.
Okay. So you cast Featherfall. You're so the two of you are like, you're falling, and all of a sudden, you just kind of like right at like the 5-foot marker, and then you're just kind of like lowered down. Nice little cushion, like falling into a soft.
One
mattress.
of the best spells. Do we turn into like a pile of feathers temporarily when we hit the ground? Soft, sleepy, pillowy feathers.
Nah, Yggdrasil isn't that wacky.
Oh, okay.
Probably on a different plane that might happen.
Maybe like, yeah, those duck feathers or whatever that they put inside of all those little tiny jackets.
Yeah. So
Okay, fine.
and then you can look up and you'll see the tri drones just kind of like look down, and then they withdraw. And then there's just like there's like your grappling hook is up there with like maybe like 5-10 feet of rope just frayed, hanging off this towering structure. Just keeps moving.
Darn! I want my grappling hook back.
So,
So how do we get back up there? If we had Klaus, we could have a nice little ice ramp for us to climb up.
Or his fly spell that he was so proud of.
Oh yeah,
fly.
Klaus. Shoot. Well, can Gizmo fly?
He can. He's got tiny little mechanical wings.
Should we have
Dragonfly.
Gizmo see if he can go up and get the attention of the wizard? Maybe. I'm guessing he was taken over by these things potentially, but maybe he can find a way to get this tower to like lower down and let us in.
Yeah. I'll look at Gizmo and say, "Want to do what he said?"
He's like shaking his head, and Gizmo's like, he's like trying to explain something to you. Like he's like frustrated because you don't understand, and he's got like information to tell you.
Come on, Gizmo, you can do it.
Wait. Remember when you were Well, this is like deserty type terrain, or what kind of terrain is this? Still in the tree?
Yeah, it's on the tree, the bark of the tree.
I'll take like a little knife, a dagger, and I'll like draw a picture, like a stick person, and just be like, yeah, you want to draw? We'll play charade, Pictionary or whatever.
So he grabs like your little knife or whatever, and he says, or he gestures like,
You, one word,
and he just writes like a numeral 1. And
one.
then he points up.
Them,
And
three.
he writes 3.
Yeah. You're little, they're big.
Oh, so they're way stronger.
How tall is this tower?
You're
taller?
little, they're big.
And then
Oh.
he's kind of like pointing at Reggie, like,
They like Torm?
I
So
would like to try
then
to...
he starts to draw like a pyramid.
Okay, so in the hierarchy of the Modron, they're ahead of you.
Oh, they're ahead of me?
No, him. Like,
Oh, him.
he's low on the totem pole of
Okay.
the hierarchy.
Then he draws a
Oh.
picture that's like that. Remember that first pentadrone that like beat the shit out of.
Yeah.
He basically draws that picture, and he's like,
Okay.
like he doesn't want that to happen to him again.
Yeah. I gotcha. What if it's just a scouting mission? Like keep your distance, but like kind of fly up to the top hatch. And you can just like shake yes or no if you're not cool with that.
He's
Well, wait. Are you okay with us shooting those 3 that chopped us down then? So should we just...
I would
we
like
just-
to try and message the wizard. Is that possible?
he's more than 30 feet away from you.
The range is 120 feet.
120 feet. This is a kind of off the rails kind of thing. Make me a Arcana check. He would be more than 120 feet from you too, but I'll give it a chance of success, I guess. This is gonna be a tough skills check. Do you got it?
Did I do it or?
I don't see a roll. There you go. Now you're trying to connect with them. You're not really getting. You can kind of hear like little blurps of sound, but you're not getting communication that's coherent.
All right. How much faster than us? Is this going faster or slower than us?
Slower.
Okay.
Just by casually walking, you'll maintain
Yeah.
speed with
And
it.
did you say the height of where his like grappling hook initially caught, where those tridrons were,
40 feet
was
up.
40 feet up? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't misty step there. That's unfortunate. But I'll sort of start just kind of hanging pretty close behind, ready to shoot, and like as soon as I see one, I'm gonna start unloading.
I can get up there.
You can get up there?
Yeah. I have dimension door. I can teleport myself up there. That's 500 feet.
That's risky. I don't know if you know about this spell, but if you try to move to a spot that is moving with that spell, you could end up like halfway. Like you could end up with half your body like stuck inside of the like structure of that.
It's
Oh.
it's moving slow enough that there's not
Okay.
really a risk.
Okay,
could
well
do
then,
that.
yeah. Do you want a dimension door up there and get them into my view so I can start pew pew pew-ing them?
Well, I was gonna go up to the top, the doorway there, and see if I could get the wizard's attention.
Well, heck, you could just go inside because we've been in there before, right? So you could just dimension door into his lab.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna dimension door up to the top?
That's what his initial plan was.
Oh, okay.
But if he dimension doors into like his laboratory, would that work better? Or well, I mean,
I don't think you can see in the laboratory. You got two obvious openings: the base where the tridrones are, or up at the top. You 500 feet. Yeah, you could get to the balcony staircase that leads up to the double doors on the very top, which leads into the area where those Illithid were in the portal to their world. Do you remember that? That's where you saw the mind flayers decrying and going crazy, saying that their god had died.
Well, I was just gonna teleport to where we had entered previously.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to go up there?
Sure.
Okay. So you're on this. Okay, you cast your spell, expend your spell slot. You're up on the balcony and you're standing in front of these two kind of corroded looking iron double doors.
All right. I'll try and enter the door. Or try to open the door.
All right. You push the doors open. You're going to have to give me a second. I wasn't really anticipating you going through this door. So I have to look back at my notes. Well, basically, you open the door. I'm going off memory here, but there's an altar, a stone altar that had once had Illithid that had died laying on it. You had seen it die. Behind it is this archway, the stone archway. That has kind of a miasma, the sickly purple miasma filling it. And you can hear kind of, you're going to give me a wisdom saving throw right away.
You're breaking up. I didn't quite. Hear you.
Wisdom saving throw. Okay. That's high enough. You don't go completely crazy when you open up the doors, but you're hearing all sorts of whispers and like thousands of people whispering in your ear. You don't see the bodies of the Illithid currently. And then there's, I think it was like a trap door or something that you had found. I mean, you see that it's closed.
I will go by memory and follow the path to where we met up with the wizard previously.
Okay.
That was through the trap door, I believe.
Yeah. So you begin walking down, and give me a second. Where's my map? Sorry, 1 second. I bought this map pack and now it's not showing up for me. It like unloaded. Okay. I really hope when I pull this up all my pins are still in this thing. I worked to preload all the encounters before we went on. And now I'm just hoping that because...
I find that I have to reload the player's manual every time I open up.
Okay, good. Whew!
Oh,
I was so
okay.
scared.
Yeah.
I was so scared. Okay.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah. Well, once again... Why is Volo's not loaded? This is rather frustrating. I just gotta load my Volos quick.
That's not good. Volos has a lot of monsters in it.
Yeah, there's some good ones.
Yeah, lots of them in Volos. Although I feel like if I were to put up, if you were to have a fight between the Volos monsters and the, is it the Mordekainens?
Oh, the Mordenkainens would win, hands down. There's
Yeah,
not a
like
20
totally. So I
challenge
guess
rating
I'm
20 plus.
right. Yeah. So I guess I'm kind of happy that you got Volos instead of Mordekainens, because we don't want to be fighting like Orcus today or whatever.
No, not today. Not today.
Well, I don't want to fight at all.
So,
Well, that's right. You're up there by yourself. Oh.
so Dino, you come creeping down around the stairway, and this is the chamber where you had met with Remy No at one point, and it doesn't really look a lot like it did when you first came here. Basically, as you are climbing down those stairs, you make the bend, and you can feel hot wind kind of blast, almost like it's rising up out of some kind of a pool or something. Your nostrils are hit with the smell of burning oil. And you turn the corner there and you see this like vertical shaft that seems like it just looks like a green cosmic vortex. And there's kind of a bridge there that crosses over it. And on either side of the bridge are these two hanging big, huge iron chains that seem, one side seems to kind of rise up and disappears from view, kind of out of thin air, right into this. There's like kind of a vortex above it too. It's almost like there's some kind of machinery that's pulling these chains, one down into the vortex below and one into the vortex above it. And from there, you can see on the ledge there is a decahedron, which is like this 10-sided thing with 10 arms or 10 tentacles hanging off of it. It's got these two stumpy kind of elephant-like legs coming off of its body. And then there are two pentadrones, those kind of 5-armed creatures that beat the crap out of Gizmo way back when. And then there's a number of flying kind of cube-shaped Modrons with bows and arrows drawn. They're all just kind of fluttering there in that vortex. And all around that portal are these decorated rune inscribed skulls. And there's like a menagerie of little monodrones, just like Gizmo. They're just kind of like wiping them down and polishing them and tidying up around the room. So that is what you see. Now, none of them seem to really notice you at this point, Dino.
And the wizard is nowhere in sight?
He's not in sight. Make a perception check.
Thirty's pretty good.
30? Okay. You see off in the corner, the only other thing that maybe is different from the last time, you see the wizard's books, and he's got like a work table off to the west side of the room. But in the lower southwest corner of the room, there is a cage hanging there. And inside it, you can see there's a Modron there. It's a caged pentadrone. One of these 5-armed ones. If you want to see the larger illustration of what the pentadrone looks like, here you go. In comparison to the monodrone. So one of those is locked up in the same cage that Gizmo was in.
Okay. I'd like to message the pentadrome that's locked up and see if I can communicate with it.
Okay.
And ask why it is locked up.
The pentadrone says, "Hey man, you gotta get me out of here. I made a big mistake. Oh gosh."
Who are you?
It's me, man. It's Dreamy. No, I'm stuck in this Modron.
How'd that happen?
Well, I hadn't heard from you guys, so I got real curious. I was following the march. I thought maybe I'd pluck another Modron out from the pack. And, I kind of wanted to experience the world from the eyes of a Modron. So I put my consciousness on this little guy. No big deal. I thought it would be kind of cool. Well, they got real mad and upset at that. And, now there's a pentadrone running around somewhere with my body. And that ain't good.
Do you know how you could reverse this?
I do. If I was free, there's just kind of a little concoction to make up components of the two things that want to switch places. You just mix those up, grab a few hairs, some toenails and things, and voila! That's how it works. Don't ask me why. It just does. But I need my books down in the library to get it to happen. But there's a lot of Modrons.
Am I going to get attacked if I try to release you here?
Yeah, I would say so, pal. Got other people with you, or just you? Because
well,
I'm happy to see you, but I was kind of hoping to be more of yous.
I don't know. There's a couple of us outside, but we weren't able to get past those little guys. They cut our rope on us. Trying to think of how I could get you out of there. How far away is he from me?
Be what, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, it looks like 90 feet or so.
Where do you need to go in order to make this change that you need to? Where would you need to go?
Well, I need a piece of me, my body.
Yeah.
So step one. A piece of my beard, a finger, eyeball. I don't care. I want to stand. This is a nightmare. I made a huge mistake.
I tell you what, I'm going to have to go and get some reinforcements. I don't think I can do this by myself. What do you say? Can you hang tight for a while?
Sure. Not like I have a choice, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll see you a little bit later.
Yeah, bye. Nice to see you.
All right, I'm going to go back up to the top where I came in.
Okay. All right, you're up at the top, and make me another wisdom save. Wisdom saves are in the first page of your sheet. Ah, yes. Wonderful. Wonderful. Roll me a percentile.
Where do I get the percentile dice?
Right click on your D10, and then there's a percentage there. We got 52.
No, that was me. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? I get some numbers here, but I don't get
Yeah,
a percent.
so right click on the D10 and then there should be a percent sign and click on that. And then fling them. What do you see when you right click on the D10? There you go.
Okay, we got 63. As you're passing through and you're hearing all of these whispers, Dino, you're kind of hit with like this epiphany. And suddenly the whispers, they're really boosting you up and they're telling you some wonderful things. And you now feel and you're convinced that you are the smartest, wisest, strongest, fastest, and most beautiful person that you know. You've just become LaBelle, basically.
You know, no one wears a dino suit like I can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if this dino suit comes with Tyrannosaurus wings. You know, like one of those flying dinosaurs. Yeah.
Are you trying to fly?
I'm thinking
Not a
about it.
pterodactyl suit, Dino. It's not a pterodactyl suit.
I love this. I'm outside looking down at you. I'm waving.
What's going on up there?
Yeah, what are you doing? Are you gonna take the plunge?
I'm going to show off and I'm going to jump.
All right.
And then And then before I hit bottom, I'm going to do the feather fall.
Okay. So you see him go wee, and like you're all probably like, "What the heck is he doing?" But then, yeah, he feather falls and slows himself at the last second.
So, how are we getting up there? What's the story? What'd you find out?
The wizard, he's gotten himself transformed. He wanted to do some crazy thing and experience the being a Modron or something. And he's got himself locked up, and something else has taken over his body, and he's just in a mess. We're gonna have to figure out a way to get all of us up there to try and help him out. These pentadrone creatures are up there, and they just look crazy.
Well, did you clear out those tri-drones that, and grab your grappling hook back so we could climb up there?
Oh, no, I didn't get the. Does anybody else got a grappling hook? No.
No.
Hmm.
So you just jump back. You just jump.
I thought there might be some other way that we could climb up there, but
Right, that's what we sent you up there for.
hey, how big are you guys? Are you guys?
I'm not 40 feet tall.
No. When I dimension door, I could bring one of you up with me, and we could lower the rope and pull the other guy up.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm happy to help with that.
Okay, yeah, I have a rope if you need.
But how do we make sure that the tridones just don't cut the rope again?
Well, here. Okay, I'll try shooting them as soon as I'll stay down here, and if they are anywhere near the rope, I'll shoot them.
Okay. So walk me through the plan. Dino, you're grabbing Reggie and you're dimension dooring up to where the grappling hook is?
Yeah, where we could get in, but we're gonna pull lower the rope to pull him up, and we'll keep an eye out for those
The tri-drones?
those rope cutting tri-drones
Right.
to keep them.
I just wanted to make sure I understood where you were going with the dimension door.
Yeah, we're gonna go to where the grappling hook is, and because there was an entrance there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Opening in the tower base that you would probably be able to perceive. This probably goes into like a short hallway that leads to maybe a set of doors or something, which is where it goes.
Perfect.
And when you dimension door, I'm getting the map ready here. And I gotta get all this crap off the initiative tracker. Sorry, it's loading. Seems like any of the custom Fantasy Ground stuff that I do always takes a little bit longer than the pre-loaded stuff. Probably because it's pulling from so many different books. Alright, so Dino and Reggie, you pop up right there. And you can see ahead of you is...
Were we going to stay on the edge there to pull our whole party up then?
Yep.
So as you cast your dimension door, you pop up there, and what you see ahead of you is a set of double doors, stone, and there are 4 of these tri-drones that are, as soon as you pop up, you see them kind of move forward. They've got their little pole arms out, and they're kind of like, shoot, like they're gesturing for you to leave.
I would like to just kind of move up here and instruct Dino to let the rope down and get Azad up here. I'll just kind of hold the line here.
Okay. So Dino,
Right.
you're throwing a rope down to Azad?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Azad, your action is going to be to start climbing up.
Yep.
I tied the rope to. I retrieved my grappling hook and I tied the rope to the grappling hook and made sure it was secure, so I wouldn't have to use my own strength to hold on to it.
Okay. And then Azad, you give me a strength athletics check. You end up falling and taking 10 points of damage. Not that you wouldn't be able to normally climb up a rope, but it's just like the rockiness and kind of getting clanged around a bit from the wobbliness of the tower. And then these tri-drones are going to move forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And these two are going to get up to Reggie. These two move up to 5, 10, 15, 20. They move up to here. The 2 tri-drones are going to attack Reggie.
Bring it.
They make 3 attacks.
Ruh-roh.
Miss. Hit. You end up taking 3 points of damage. Miss.
It's but a scratch.
Second one hits. Deal 7 points of damage. Another hit for 6 points of damage.
Jeez.
And 7 points of damage.
All right. So,
All right, Reggie, it is your turn.
All right. I'm gonna hack away at this guy, I guess. Okay.
Woo!
Oh,
Crit hit.
eat it. All right.
sword goes swinging at him, and you can see one of his joints or his arms like bends and flops off, and its weapon goes clambering to the ground. It's still on its feet, but it only barely.
Okay. I'm gonna go for hopefully the finishing blow on another arm.
14 misses.
Damn it. All right. That's it. I'll
Dino.
chill.
Dino's going to throw a fireball down the hall so that it can get all 4 of them.
All right. I'd coach you through this, but I'm gonna just go ahead and do all these. Failure. Success. I'm sure it doesn't matter. Oh, that one's gonna be still alive. Instant death. Dying. Yeah, so 3 of the Modrons just kind of like burst into ash and are little piles on the ground. And then Azad, it is your turn.
I'll try climbing the rope again.
All right, strength athletics.
Jesus.
Roll d4. Okay. You'll take 5 points of damage. You just kind of get swung into one of the talons, and like the hand is up as you kind of like fall, and it like almost like presses down on you, and you just kind of like let go and drop. Take a bit of damage. This Tridrone here is it seems kind of like unfazed. It just took all this fiery damage, and even though it's kind of like torched up, it looks wounded, it's still adhering to its orders and trying to defend, make sure that no one gets into the keep here, or the tower. So 3 attacks. Miss. Miss. And a miss. Reggie, it's your turn.
Much better. All right. I'm gonna hack away, finish the job. Hopefully,
Yep, that'll hit.
overhead strike coming down to split it right down the middle.
Like kind of like that like a blade or a saw, like cutting right through metal, like aluminum, and it pierces right through down through one of the eyes, and it topples to the ground. Azad, strength athletics.
Okay. Azad,
Azad, tie that rope around you and we'll pull you up.
2 points of damage. You get swung and bludgeoned against the other side of the leg.
I'm gonna try to get like halfway, and then I'm gonna try to Misty Step the rest of the way.
Okay. Give me another strength athletics. Okay. Yeah, not a problem. You get up there and you, in anticipation of getting knocked off again, you jump up there and you're with your allies.
Oh, hey guys!
Hey, buddy.
He looks a little beaten and bruised.
Sorry that took so long. I fell several times.
Oh no.
I was a little worried about you for a while.
But it's better now. We're okay. And,
Slippery slope.
yes, let's go. So I see you have brutalized some Modron here, so I'd say next thing to do is go inside.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Up ahead. I'm sorry. I think did I describe these doors yet?
You said big metal double doors or something?
Yeah, these are two bronze doors, and cast into their facings are several gems. You can see one is an opal, one is a triangular cut ruby, one is a square-shaped peridot, and one is a rectangular cut emerald.
Huh. Is it locked?
I'll push on it.
Push on the door.
Yeah.
Doesn't open.
Maybe Gizmo knows?
Gizmo's
Hey,
like,
Gizmo. Okay. So we have an opal, a peridot.
yeah.
What's that?
I think. Let me see what kind of color that is. It's like a green gem, I think. Yeah, like kind of like an olive color.
Okay. Opal, peridot, ruby, and what else?
Emerald. Did you have that?
Nope. Okay.
Kind of rectangular shaped emerald.
Huh. Is there any on the walls leading up to the door? Any other symbols or anything that looks like those gems? Or
No, there isn't really any other motifs or anything, any hints or anything on the walls.
okay. Huh. Mm,
What were the shapes and colors again? I'm sorry.
They are an oval opal, a triangular cut ruby, a square-shaped peridot, and a rectangular cut emerald.
If I look at them closely, does it look like they press or they're buttony or?
Yeah, they all look like there's something that you would push.
Okay. Well,
What color was the square?
rose peridot.
But what color?
Like
It's like a
olive
green.
greenish.
Oh, that's green. And the emerald was green too.
Emerald is green, yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that I'm catching the symbology if there is any here. So, triangle has three sides. There's three of us that want to go in there. So I'm gonna try pressing the ruby
perfect.
triangle.
Click. The doors start to open. Why did I pick that one as the right choice? I don't know. I think it was because you're fighting Tridrones.
Tridrones, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. So this is going to be a little crazy sight as the doors open. You're just hearing like all this like kind of clockwork sounds as you are gazing upon this from floor to ceiling library of books. There's all these little monodrones that look just like Gizmo that are like reading and flipping through pages. There's some of the monodrones are like climbing up the bookshelves and like dropping books down, which are being caught by monodrones down below. And the ones that are reading are just kind of like making this clicking, kind of percussive sound, this noise that seems to be like they're communicating back to the pentadrones. There's 4 pentadrones that are sitting around a table, and each of their limbs are kind of like they have these picks, like stone picks, and they're kind of like recording something into like stone tablets on the table. There's a staircase that leads up, and there's a decaton there. Decaton is it's got 10. It almost looks like the D, kind of like the D12, I guess, in how it's shaped or formed. But it's got 10 tentacles with eyeballs that kind of come off of its body, and at its base are these kind of elephant-like kind of feet that stabilize it. And it looks kind of wonky, like it probably wouldn't be very fast if it was trying to move or pursue. But there you have it. This is just maddening. All these Modrons are doing something in this library. None of them really seem to take much notice of the fact that the door is open and that you're standing there. They're all just like working.
I'll like kind of whisper to the, even though they haven't taken notice, I still don't call attention. So I'll just whisper that I bet they're trying to figure out if there's any book in here that points them to the scepter, the wand for Orcus.
It could be, because right there, their god has been destroyed by, I don't know if it was Orcus or someone, but
Right.
shall we stop them by force, or shall we try to sneak through? Dino, you said the wizard himself was upstairs?
The wizard is, but I don't know where his body is.
Oh, that's right. He's not in his
He needs
body.
his body back as well.
Okay.
By looking through the door, do we see his?
You don't see anyone in here that would be non-Modron.
I don't know if we could take. There's so many.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we should try to. If I cast Pass Without Trace, we can try to sneak past them.
I mean, I'll
Are
have
these doors to the north and south? Or not?
No.
Okay, so the only way out of this room is to the
Up the
statue,
stairs.
or to stairs in the back. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Wow. So that decaton is like right in the way then.
Yeah.
So then maybe we just do need to use this as a pinch point and fight them.
Yeah. Do we like?
Let's focus fire on that
He
decaton.
said, I know
Yeah.
you can like Misty Step, and I can as well. What about Reggie there?
I've got nothing
Okay.
like that. Yeah,
I'm
sadly.
worried that if we Misty Step past it and we run into traffic upstairs, we would just get pinched.
Well, I thought if we Misty Stepped, we might be able to get past him without being noticed. But
Yeah.
especially if you cast Pass Without Trace.
You could make a perception check. Dino, you're looking into the room. Make a perception check. The decaton is looking at the three of you.
Oh,
Or
should we try communing with it?
Gizmo, I'd say. Come on out, buddy. Come on. You want to tell that decaton we come in peace? You want want us to kill that Decaton? Do you think we can?
Seems apathetic.
You don't think that Decaton will let us go past him? Okay, then I think really our only option is to blast it into smithereens.
Gizmo, do you think that the three of us can handle a Decadon and all of these other brainwashed Modrons in this room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we get rid of the Decaton and the Petraton, whatever that, can you convince the other the Monodrones, not to attack us? Since they're same hierarchy level as you? Okay. Okay. Well,
Are there any in there that are lower? Oh, okay. All right.
Poor Gizmo.
Well,
someday, Gizmo, you will be at the top.
that whole fireball deal was pretty effective. I don't know if you got another one of those or not.
Do you know if you have another fireball, could you kick it off right on? Just get the Decadrones and the Pentadrones or whatever.
Well, I can. Might burn up some of those books of his, though, but...
Well, it looks like their books are all on the walls, and that's just like the stone and the table. So.
Yeah, it looks like you could do that. All right, is that what you're doing, Dino?
All right, I can cast another one of those, yeah.
Fireball, first level, or third level?
Yeah.
All right. Decaton fails. Another failure. 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 And a failure. They all fail. They're all taking 8d6 fire damage as Fireball lights up the room here. And actually takes Pentadrone 1 out right away. So now we will
Well done, Dino.
roll initiative. And we are starting out with Reggie.
Of course.
Oh, those are quadrones, not monodrones. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are higher.
I am. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Guardian of Faith right away. And I want to cast him like right between those two front Pentadrones.
What is the radius?
Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to cast it. Wait. Range is 30 feet. Okay. And then Guardian occupies that space. Yeah. Okay. The radius is 10 feet. Sorry, 10 feet.
10 feet radius.
Yep. Deck saving throw. 20 radiant damage on a failed save. Half as much on a successful one. Leaves once it does 60 total damage.
So you want it like right there?
I am not seeing.
It's this red.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'd want it like right. Can I this?
I'm not sure if you can.
Here?
Okay.
Right where the
there?
end of that arrow is? Yeah.
Okay. So when they enter it for the first time, that's when they take the damage, right?
Correct. And then if
Okay.
their turn starts within that range as well.
Okay. So they'll take the damage on their turn, which is actually right now. So
Cool.
what type of save is it?
Dex.
Okay. 15.
Is that my spell save DC?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's gonna be 8 plus proficiency plus your charisma bonus is your DC.
Thank you. 9, 14.
Okay, so that one succeeds. So he'll take half damage.
Correct. So he'll take 10.
10 points of damage.
Yep.
All right.
And it's radiant damage. I don't know if that matters.
Pentadrone 2 goes down.
Nice.
Pentadrone 3 needs to make a dex save. Succeeds, so he'll take half damage. You said that was 10?
Yes.
With half?
Yep.
So he goes down.
Yeah, 10. It's 10.
Pentadrone 4. It's going to go 5, 10. Gets to there. And dex save. Fails.
Yeah.
He'll take 20.
Yep.
So he goes down.
Cool.
Dino, it's your turn.
I'm going to do chain lightning on this big decaton, and
All
then
right.
it can go off and get some of these smaller ones as well.
Okay, you want to cast chain lightning and then chain it onto the monodrones?
Yeah.
Make an insight check. That was terrible. Okay, you're gonna do that.
Oh dear. Just tell this isn't going to work.
Oh, it'll work. All right. Well, Decaton rolled a 0 on his save, so he's going to be taking a bit of damage. He takes 41 lightning damage. Is that it for my Decaton? Did you kill my Decaton? No, he's okay. He's still good. He's still on his feet. So then you're gonna pop it off. How many more targets?
3.
3. Okay. Dead. 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 You roll more dice than hit points that they have. So you can see this chain lightning fire off onto it and hit the other 3. And you see Gizmo just goes and it gets kind of pissed off.
Oh no.
Azad, it's your turn.
Well, I will take a couple shots at the Decaton, I suppose. So, let me get my character sheet out of the way so I can hit him.
I'm sorry, Gizmo. I didn't know they were your friends.
I missed him. Hit him.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
I do some damage to him, and then I kind of back up a little bit.
so you're just like unloading like an insane amount of damage on him with your arrows. Okay. So. You see this little quadrone, one of the cube-shaped ones with wings, and it's got a bow and arrow drawn, kind of flies around the corner. Needs to make a dex save. It's going to fail that. How much damage? 20?
And that's going to do it for my guardian then. That'll do all
Okay.
60.
So he had to dash, essentially, to get to just there. Yeah, like right there. I'm just going to reposition all these quadrones that are flying in. Actually, you got ads.
I just hope that we didn't pull some unnecessary ads. I have a feeling that all of these we would have pulled no matter what.
All right.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
All right, Decaton is lumbering forward. Actually, you hear kind of like this mechanical like sound, like something is shifting around in its back as you see this big like a helicopter propeller starts whirring about. That just kind of like came out of its back, and now this big thing is like kind of like toppling about a little bit. Like a drunken bumblebee, it starts to move forward. Moves to about there. Yeah, it's gonna hover to out here. So it's just kind of like buzzing like right above you, Reggie. And then it's your turn.
All right.
Reggie.
I'm gonna get right in its face and hack at him. Leave these Modrons alone!
All right, you hit. Clank, your sword hits like a loose bolt off of it.
Ooh. I'm gonna go right at that same spot, kind of like a hammering motion.
Bam, you hit him again.
Yeah.
He's just kind of like, yeah, you're hitting him and he's toppling like kind of off balance, and he's just, and you see one of its tentacles like lashes out and like whips at you.
Ooh.
If I can find his attack, there it is. 19 hits. And deals a whopping 2 points of damage to you.
Is that all you got?
Low pitched gizmo noises. And then it is Dino's turn.
All right. What should I do?
Hey, Brett, hey, it's Modron Madness for March. For March.
I'm just going to fire my crossbow at him.
Okay, go ahead. Remember to drag it on top of the token. Your attack die. Whew. Miss.
Darn.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. The Decaton, one of its tentacles, will lash out at Reggie again. Uh, 15 will be a miss.
Yeah.
Then it is Azad's turn.
All right, I'll start going into my little blinking into and out of existence routine here. And I will... Wow, my Fantasy Grounds is kind of going really wonky right now. So give me a... Not letting me drag my dice onto the map. Try again. Nope, it's definitely... I'm just going to have to double click it and have you apply
Sure.
the damage because it won't.
Trying to hit the
All right.
Decaton. That'll hit.
Yeah, the Decaton first, so then I'm going to add some damage with my bonus action. So 18 damage to the Decaton. Then I'm going to... I'll attack it again. Does a 17 hit?
It'll hit.
Alright. Ugh. 7 damage. And I will kind of do one of my blinks up to... I'll blink up into this. Oh my god, what's happening?
All right, no problem. Decaton will make another tentacle attack with its last remaining legendary action. And it will miss. Okay, this is not something that will be represented with tokens or whatnot, but there's a big stampede of mono drones. It starts like pouring out the hole here. And they go right for Dino. Make a strength saving throw.
Oh god.
What they're doing is they're trying to like lift him up like a mob and kind of crowd surf him with all of their collective might. Okay. 19. Describe how you save from that. How do you avoid this from happening, Dino?
Well, they're grabbing at my costume, and parts of my costume are slipping off because it's kind of loose fitting, and
one of the monodromes like grabs the head part off of your costume, and you see it take it, and like a football, it punts it off into the distance. And you know they're ripping off like the tail, and they're like just like beating the stuffing out of it. They're so angry that you killed a number of them. And so we're gonna say that there's so many mono drones here. They're not really like attacking, but this is gonna be difficult terrain, so it'll be double movement through this area. Okay. Now the quad drones are going to go. And of course they make 4 short bow attacks. So they're shooting at Reggie.
Guys, this is going to be brutal.
Well, most of these attacks are going to miss, but maybe a few of them will get through. I'll reposition these guys after. There's one hit. So one arrow comes out of the dark or out of the tower there, does 8 points of damage to Reggie. Ooh, critical hit. All right, another hit there. One hit off the first bow. Second hit. All right, so 2 hits. So Reggie's just like absorbing these arrows like a pincushion.
Like Boromir.
He needs another. You need another fireball in there, Dino.
Yeah, but not on the Modrons.
All right, that one got 2 hits off as well. Those all missed. I wish there was like a command that you could just like automate all of these attacks like simultaneously.
Yeah, that would be.
Those all miss. I'm just going to say, because I'm seeing that how many more there is left. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 more. And each has 4 attacks. It's what, 32 attacks?
Yep.
So we'll just see what these next 4 are. Okay, so if we say, I'll say like 8 more hits.
Okay. Great. Death by 1,000 cuts.
I think he's still up though. You've got what, 160 some hit points?
Yeah, I'm still up.
It's starting to look a little bad, though.
Wasn't my favorite.
Then the Decaton. He's got 10 tentacles.
I
One hit.
knew I should have banished him.
2 miss. 3 hit. 4 is a crit, which I will resolve right now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I think that's 4 damage rolls yet.
Yep.
Still up. Reggie, it's your turn.
Oh, wow. All right. I am. Gosh. I'm going to do my lay on hands on myself. Well, oh, God, that's only going to give me.
80. 80 is a lot of hit points.
It is. But that'll give me like one more turn.
Yeah, but Dino's gonna fireball all those quadrones this turn.
Okay.
I do have 1 fireball left.
You have to have more than you have.
You could
can use it at
upcast
a higher
it,
level.
which you
Well,
probably
I-
should do.
Yeah, I'll do lay on hands for 80.
All right.
I could do them at a higher level too. But...
Yeah, that's.
All right.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. He's going to use one of his legendary actions to attack with a tentacle. Hits. All right, Dino.
All right, I'm gonna
Oops.
drop my fireball so that I can get Can I get just about all these guys with the arrows here?
Yeah.
Yes, no.
I haven't moved them around, but you'll be able to get all of them except the Decaton.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna do then.
Level 3 fireball.
What's that?
You're casting level 3
I'm gonna do a
fireball?
level 3. Yeah, I'll do a level 3. Oh, I just for good measure, I'll go up to level 4.
Okay.
Yeah,
Get that extra D6 in there.
yeah.
Sure. That seems like a good idea. All right. Let's see what happens here. Level 4 fireball. All right, that one succeeds. Failure. Failure. This is what happens when I only have an hour and a half to prepare. We ended up with this crazy ass Modron madness scenario.
Hopefully, most of them will drop over, and you won't have to worry about.
Probably also the effects of all the Dayquil that I've been huffing today. All right,
I can't wait to switch to NyQuil. That's my favorite.
It's so much better. So
you
much
just
better.
pass out.
Let's see, what was that? That was 28 was the damage roll on that. So I'm just going to be dropping that left and right. This is going to kill vast majority of these for sure. That's just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I think there's only one quadrone there that survived that onslaught. All right, so then
Well done. Well done.
next up on the initiative order. So you just got this like smell. Oh, good. All the initiative now is I can see it on one little panel, so I like that.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get my thing to roll onto him this time, and it does. All right. I'm blinking back over here, blinking back and forth, and trying to lay some damage on this guy. I blink over to here, and I take another shot at him. Close to a crit. Pop some more damage on him. I blink back to here. That'll be it for me.
All right. I didn't do his last legendary action, so he's going to do 2 tentacle attacks on Reggie. First one is a hit. Deals 8 points of damage. The second one is a miss. All right. Let's see, Dino, strength saving throw. Nano drones are trying to grab you again.
Strength savings throw?
Strength saving throw. Ah, yeah. They're gonna chuck you off the bridge there, or off the portal.
I didn't mean it! Really, I didn't!
Are you casting Featherfall or anything like that?
How far of a drop is it?
It's a 40-foot drop.
Yes, I will cast Featherfall.
All right. So they chuck you off the landing there, and you fall. But you cast Featherfall for what, the 3rd or 4th time this session, and you cushion yourself and drop down. All right. One little quadrone here fluttering about. He's gonna take a few shots at Reggie. First one misses. Second one misses. Third one. And the 4th one is also a miss. Decaton. It's moving about. He does have some spells here. He's just going to do 10 tentacle attacks. First one is a miss. Second one is a miss. Third one, miss. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7, 8. Okay, that one hit. 9 and 10. So we got 3 hits. You're just getting bludgeoned and hit left and right by these tentacles that are just kind of banging against your armor, hitting you about. And then it's your turn, Reggie.
All right. I'm gonna hack at this thing again. Here we go. This one's for all the Modrons.
Pierces
Horizontal
through
strike. Yeah.
right through the chassis of the Decaton. That one hits.
Oh, whew. Here we go. Come on. Good damage, but nothing. Dang it.
He kind of
All right.
retaliates. He strikes out, hits you for a big 2 points.
Big 2.
Dino, you're down on the ground, down below. There is your grappling hook and the rope are kind of swaying there. What would you like to do?
I try to climb back up.
All right, give me a strength athletics check.
How far is it up there?
Still 40 feet.
Oh. All right. Strength athletic. Huh?
Yep. All right. That was a save, but that's fine. You climb up that way and make it up top. So at the end of your turn, you'll be up here. Azad. Or sorry,
All right.
another tentacle attack here, which hits, deals 7 points of damage, and then Azad.
Okay, so I hit him with that first bow attack of 17. Gonna add my planar warrior damages and try to hit him for dead.
How would you like to finish it?
I am aiming for its little its wobbly leg, and I add that force damage, so it just kind of shatters that leg, and then he sort of just starts rolling around like an empty hamster ball.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then I'll take my second shot at this other quadrant too.
All right,
Boop.
hit right through one of its eyeball facings, and it drops down and turns into ash. And as does the Decaton, all of these dead Modrons just kind of like disintegrate and dissolve upon themselves.
Whew.
Nice. And then I would like to take Gizmo out of my backpack again and be like, can you calm these guys down? Dino's really sorry.
Gizmo gets out and he's like being very expressive in a clicking percussive language. Click, click, click. And he's like making gestures towards Dino and kind of like making them convinced that he's just been hit maybe with a bit of chaos for a moment that made him go insane. And you see Gizmo kind of wanders back into the main room, picks up a book, and he just starts like handing books into their hands, and he's pointing at like the big guy, and he's like he seems to be instructing them all to read, and they go back to their initial task, which was to read those books. So the battle has ended here on the first floor of the tower. And that's where we will call it a session, and we'll see what happens next time. I can maybe develop this idea a little bit better now, but I just kind of thought we've been talking about the Modron March for a bit, and I thought this idea of having a Modron infestation in one's home would be kind of funny.
I love it.
So
I especially love the visual of them like dropping books from the top down to the the guys on the ground, all just flipping through. Oh, that was great.
yeah, you had me a little bit worried when I didn't think the group would want to go up through that top way again, given the that there was a portal to the Mind Flayer area. So I was hoping you'd go through the bottom and travel up the rooms. But then when Dino went up there, I was like, oh, I don't know. How's that going to work? But it was interesting because I guess you got a conversation with Raimi No from the get-go, that he's in peril.
Yeah, that was cool.
So we'll pick up in 2 weeks on, what is it? March 27th will be the next time we continue our Planescape adventure here. And we'll resolve this little scenario, and then I'll get us back on the rails. But with me not feeling very well, and we didn't have a full group here, I just didn't feel like we were ready to advance the plot any further. So a number of us are sick. So Joe T, Joe E, I hope you guys are feeling better. Thanks for sticking it out and playing, even though we're all kind of struggling here.
Yeah.
Anybody that's out there watching, encourage you to, if you didn't get a chance to, follow the channel so you get notified when we go live. We've got a number of streams this week. Next one will be tomorrow night. DM Paul will be playing Crimea. Clash of Shields will be starting up at 7:30 p.m. It's been a bit since we played that game. This week isn't the normal week that we would be on cycle for that, but with missing from GaryCon, and I think we missed like the previous time too, we thought we would try to reschedule and get that started as soon as possible. Then Friday night, I'm running a subscriber game for folks at 11:45 p.m. Late night with 20 sides to every story. A number of our subscribers had asked me if I would run through a late night game for them, and I said sure, let's give it a try. So if you're interested, you yourself could become a subscriber and play in one of these games. Our subscribers, I am running games of Into the Borderlands from Goodman Games, an old school concept with the new school rules. So each of these games is a drop-in, drop-out kind of thing. Each time it's a different group. You start up with a level 1 character and build them up. Open world, living world. So if you'd like to get in on those games, all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, and I'll get you into our Discord server where you can find the signups for those games. Let's see. We haven't checked in with our friends over at Captain Reboot for a while, so let's give them a raid. Give them some love here before we take off. I'm putting that in the chat right now. Boom. All right. Yeah, join the raid. Let's go see our friends over at Captain Reboot. All right. Thanks, everybody. We will see y'all soon.